Welcome to the Activations with JJ Energy Update for the week of February 15th, 2021. I'm so glad that you decided to join me today, and I hope that what is brought through will help you this week. We have a lot we're doing here in this 3D or 4D or whatever density you are in situation, and I always think that whatever we can do to provide each other with help and assistance, then we're all going to rise together, right? We're going to make this a collective ascension. So I have a funny story about this week's energy update, or I guess leading up to this week's energy update. And it has to do with the subject of organization and order. So usually there will be little hints and tips and little synchronicities that bring me into the energy update. In other words, I'm never really surprised as to what energy comes through on the update because there's been little events in my life that were sort of matched up to it and aligned with it. It's almost like they know they're going to come through, and then they start sort of leaving little breadcrumbs for me, I guess you could say. Or else I'm just calibrating myself subconsciously to their energy. So the energy and the things that I've been going through this week have led me to create more order in my life, to bring things into order. Whenever I want to bring in an energy that's very orderly, I always seem to be led to the Arcturians. They're very orderly. And as I've told you before, when I tap into them and we connect, I feel a very strong influence of like geometry and patterns. It's a visual, so it's hard for me to explain. But it's lines and angles and things like that sort of let me know there they are. Very technical feel. And so I'll go ahead and bring them in. Thank you so much for having us today. We are here to be of assistance, here to help you at this time, and here to emphasize the importance of order, the importance of being organized, the importance of patterns and habits. We will be transmitting to you through visuals in your imagination, and JJ will also be including visuals in the video portion that will be of assistance. We come to you knowing that this is a time to prepare for change. Oftentimes, change comes much more easily if we are ready, if we are, again, prepared. We encourage you to put things in order. That is a way that you can ready yourself for the coming changes and the coming time period when the inhabitants of the earth will be given an invitation to begin to create their own realities. As you may already know, creation and manifestation comes much more easily when we are doing it in a detailed manner. As you order little things in your life, big things will come into order. As you transition from chaos to order inside yourself, the chaos will become order collectively. Never underestimate the influence of the inner work which you do. We would like to proceed with 3 points or concepts, as is traditionally requested by JJ. Our first item is to invite you to consider geometric figures. whether in your imagination or those which JJ has displayed on the video. The visual activation will set in motion the next two items, which we will be letting you know in one moment. But we would like to preface with this particular activation. Therefore, we again ask you to close your eyes or view the video and allow the figures, the angles, the straight sides, the dimensions, the patterns to be absorbed by your body, mind, and spirit. We also invite you to surround yourself with geometric figures, particularly at this time. This is not necessarily something you must always do. We simply invite you to do it right at this moment, at this juncture, shall we say. For it will amplify your efforts to put things in order. Item number 2 involves the importance of incorporating habits into your life, patterns into your life, routines into your life. We do not necessarily need to go into detail about what these patterns are, for we invite you to consider using your intuition what habits you should incorporate for your greatest and highest good at this particular time. Perhaps you are already drawn to incorporating habits. Perhaps you have already tapped into the energy of this time. But the habits that you form will reverberate out again. What is done by an individual will be then amplified in the collective. And as you know, there is a bit of chaos collectively, but that will be solved in short order as individuals begin to put their lives in order, to begin to incorporate routines and begin to follow patterns. Some of you may wonder, is this something we must do forever, ad infinitum? By no means that is what I want you to do. This particular request is only being made of you at this time. For again, this is the weekly energy update. If you would like us to speak on more items that are pertaining to longer periods of time, we can do that, but that is not what this particular update is for. Our third item is an invitation to increase your learning, to increase your studies, to increase your knowledge, to expand your mind, to learn all that you are curious about. Again, we do not come to dictate everything to you. We do not come to tell you or give you a list of subjects to study. That is for you to determine. Humans, you are in a time of taking into your own hands your future, taking into your own hands your fate. You always have been, yet you did not realize, and this is a time of realization. And for that reason, we again come to tell you, do not ask us. Go within. Go within to find out what you should study, and then come to us, if it so be, to ask about a particular subject. But do not ask open-ended. This is not a servant to master situation. We are equals. You must realize this. You and we are equals. We leave with a transmission that will seal in the invitations we have made, that will seal in the information we have imparted, both energetically and verbally. Thank you, and farewell. I'm actually a little bit tense holding that energy. It's very orderly. It's very disciplined. But I really appreciate you joining me, and I hope that you were enlightened by some of the things the Arcturians brought through. Just to remember what they are, I'll go over them one more time. So the first one was geometric figures that have straight sides and angles, just allowing the visual of those items to activate you. The second one was incorporating routines and habits into our lives. And the third one was expanding our knowledge, so getting into a learning phase. Again, I'm just so appreciative of your willingness to co-create with me for this particular energy update. I love you. I know that we are all one. I feel the unity that we have. And it's always just so nice to be here with you. I truly hope that you have an amazing week, for we are in an incredible time. As always, the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.